Hi foodies, I'm making my meal. You know, I don't call it breakfast, lunch, dinner. I just call it meal. I don't call it anything. It's just my meal. It's actually my first meal of the day, even though it's 1:30 in the afternoon. And I'm going to show you a couple of things. I'm going to use my soy yogurt, which I always keep in my fridge, and I always keep jars of them. And usually I have the chia mixed into the jar, but this time I forgot to put it in. And there's a misnomer that you cannot eat chia seeds directly or immediately. You can't eat them. Yes, you can, as long as you have enough liquid or something that's going to bloom the chia seeds. So you will not be in any way hurt by eating chia seeds that are not bloomed. So not bloomed means I haven't overnighted this and I haven't put chia seeds in my soy yogurt to let it bloom. But I'm going to pour it into the soy yogurt that I'm going to be having. And then I'm going to mix it up and it's going to be perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine that it hasn't had time to bloom. Why? Because I'm mixing it with a creamy liquid, which is the soy yogurt, and it's going to you're going to be able to digest your chia seeds. Rip Esselstyn has talked about this. All right, so that's usually what I do. Half of a jar this size, and I'm going to mix up, and I'm going to show you another little trick that I do. I am going to mix up some chia seeds in here, and then I have some soy milk. I'm bringing out my soy milk because I just poured some chia seeds in here, but I only have half a jar left. So sometimes if you want to get more out of your soy yogurt and you're running out and you just need one more day before you make another batch, you can actually fill it up. So what I do is I fill up the jar with soy milk and I'm going to take it to the very top. I'm going to add a little bit more chia seeds and then I'm going to stir it up. It's not going to be soy yogurt. It's going to be half soy yogurt and almost like a soy pudding because only the small portion was the soy yogurt. And obviously by putting the milk in, that's not going to be a yogurt, but it's just going to be milk with the chia seeds and the soy yogurt. And this is going to thicken up to the consistency of my soy yogurt. So that's a tip there for you. I only had half a jar of soy yogurt left and I wanted to make a full jar of soy yogurt. So what I did is to my half a jar with chia seeds, I added milk until the top and then I added a little bit more chia seeds. And now tomorrow I'm going to leave this in the fridge. It's going to get thick. It's already actually getting thick, even in just the time that I am stirring this. So I'm going to put this in the fridge and now I'm going to, and now I'm going to have a full jar of soy yogurt. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I usually put berries. We keep containers of berries already washed in the fridge. I got these at the dollar store and I like to put this in here. I got these at Aldi and these at the dollar store. I like to put this in here because it lets the berries and the fruit breathe so they don't get mushy or mold or mildew or anything. So I have 2 containers of berries right now in my refrigerator, but I eat a whole pint of berries on my breakfast or meal. You guys know I don't like to call it breakfast or I just call it meal. I'm going to put a whole banana in here. Nope, you should not be scared of whole sugars. You should not be scared of whole complex carbs. These are all whole complex carbs. The berries are going to give lots of antioxidants and nutrients. The banana is too. It's going to help satiate you and fill you up. And guess what? I'm going to add even more whole complex carbs in the form of my granola. I have a granola that I make. I have the recipe on the feed. You can find it. It has pepitas, which adds protein, and a good fat, which is from the pumpkin pepitas. We are mindful with our nuts because nuts can have a lot of saturated fat. This granola has shredded wheat. It has corn puffs. It has whole wheat puffs. It has quinoa puffs. So I am loading. This is my meal. This is what keeps me satiated until the next meal, which is dinner time. So I make sure that I eat a lot, that I eat for satiation and for the amount of exercise that I do and what my body is asking me for. But am I sitting here counting the calories of this? No. Am I sitting here paying attention to every macro in this bowl? No. Why? Because I made it, and I know my soy chia yogurt meets all the nutritional needs that I need. I know that the berries and the bananas do too. And I know that my granola, which I made, also is controlled, and it only has whole plant-based ingredients, no refined sugars, no oils, no butters, no added sodium. So I am in control of that. So I know that I can eat this whole bowl for satiation. Now, another thing that I do for my soy chia yogurt, and I should have done this when I was when I first poured the yogurt, is I put in about half a teaspoon of amla. It's a great antioxidant. Ann Esselstyn taught me that. I watched her do it. She puts it into her oatmeal every morning. So Jay puts it into his oatmeal every morning, and I put it into my soy chia yogurt. Now I'm just going to mix this all up. Sometimes I don't mix it up. As you notice, I have not put any sugar on this. Why? Because the berries are going to be sweet, and I already know the berries are sweet because when I washed them yesterday, I tasted them, and they're sweet. The banana is going to add sweetness. So am I going to add maple syrup or honey or any whole sugar, date sugar, or anything like that? No, I do use sugars. I use sugars, but I use whole sugars. Whole sugars in the form of fruit, dates, date sugar, maple syrup, or honey. But we do not use any refined sugars. We do not use coconut sugar. We do not use white or brown sugar. We do not, those are all refined sugars. So stick to the whole sugars. But am I going to put it on my soy chia yogurt meal? No. Why? Because my bananas are going to be sweet enough. And if I want to confirm that, I can just try it and make sure that it's going to be sweet enough. If it isn't sweet enough, then I would decide what I'm going to use, whether it's going to be a little bit of honey, whether it's going to be a little bit of whole sugar, or not maple syrup, whether it's going to be date sugar, whether it's going to be date syrup, or if it's going to be a high quality balsamic vinegar like California balsamic vinegars, I would maybe put a coconut flavored one on here, or a key lime flavored one, or Persian lime, or even sometimes I like the heat one, which is the raspberry heat. So I know it sounds weird, but they're not regular vinegars. They are high quality, and the way that I describe it is a very high grade type of maple syrup, because the ones that are meant to be sweet are sweet, like the fruit ones like coconut and such. And then the ones that are like jalapeno lime or curry are for savory dishes. So we use them from breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. We use them on desserts, and we make mocktails out of them. So that is something that you should have in your pantry. I have a huge collection of vinegars on my kitchen. I'll show you. It's a ridiculous amount of jars back there, but we love all of our vinegars for all of our meals, and we use them, like I said, for everything: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, mocktails. We put it on nice ice cream. We put it on fruit instead of doing date sugar or maple or something like that. So that is it, guys. Here we go. My first meal of the day. I usually have 2 giant meals, and I have a lot of fruit in between. And in the beginning, for those of you that are going, I can't go to 2 meals. I'm not telling you to go to 2 meals. My body told me to go to 2 meals. I did not force this upon my body. My body just can't eat more than 2 meals a day because my meals are so satiating. That is going to keep me satiated. Probably it's 1:30 in the afternoon. It's probably going to keep me satiated well until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. It's not ideal that I started my first meal at 1:30 in the afternoon. Usually I have it at around 11 o'clock in the morning. Then I have my next meal at around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I go through the night and I do my fasting from my last meal until my first meal. So I have a video that I have done where I interviewed Dr. Hannah Kaleova, and she talks about fasting, and she talks about the repair that it does to your body. My body naturally fell into this 2-meal rhythm. I did not force it into it. I can tell you that in the beginning, when we started the whole foods and plant-based lifestyle, we ate breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, dessert, and then fruit. So don't panic and think that you have to go to 2 meals unless your body's telling you or unless you're feeling it. We came from eating such high quantities of an animal-based standard American diet that we needed the fullness that we had in that diet by having satiation in a whole food plant-based diet, which is very different than being full. Being full is you're opening up your jeans or your shorts or wearing elastic stuff because you're so full that you feel pudgy and over bloated in your clothes. With plant-based, that does not happen. You get to the point of satiation and you just have this delicious comfort. You know that you can't eat anymore. If you did, then you're going to get to the point of fullness. So your body tells you to stop eating. So, but in the beginning, because we were going from the standard American diet to the whole food and plant-based diet, we did, eat breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, dessert, fruit. Now I just have 2 big, satiating, super power-packed, nutrition-packed meals. So this soy chia yogurt that I'm having for my first meal of the day is soy yogurt that I make myself. I add chia. Once it comes out of the Instant Pot, I add chia to it and I keep them in my fridge like this. I have 2 whole rows of these made right now in my fridge at all times. Usually at minimum, I have 1 row made. Then I have, and that's made with soy milk, which is very good. It got rid of all of my hot flashes, by the way, if you're having hot flashes. So the physician that helped us reverse our life was an obesity medicine physician and specialized in reversing diseases and specializes in treating the patient as a whole and treating the patient through lifestyle changes. So it's not just about nutrition. It's about social connection, exercise, sleep, lifestyle changes as far as nutrition. There's 6 pillars to it. So this is going to be the soy chia yogurt made with soy. And she, the doctor that helped us, recommended for me to have soy every single day, as did my GYN, who was on board with the plant-based way of living. And my GYN, I was miserable for 5 years. I was miserable with menopause symptoms and the hot flashes, and I couldn't sleep at night, and I had joint pain, and I had hip pain and shoulder pain and frozen shoulder. I had acne. I had inflammation. I would stare at the ceiling and couldn't sleep. It was horrible. I couldn't have a good night's sleep. So she suggested, and I confirmed with my GYN, to have soy every single day, at least half a cup. So I choose to have it in the form of soy chia yogurt. So this bowl has soy chia yogurt. Then I've also added a whole banana, a pint of blueberries, and then I've added my granola. And in my granola is a whole bunch of different grains, and the recipe's on the feed. It's the puffy granola, but I make another granola as well that's not puffy, but I'm into the puffy right now because it's puffy. It's like the corn pops used to be when we were little, because I use corn puffs that are whole food. So this one has a lot of multigrains in it, and I've added hemp hearts and chia seeds and flax meal to it, to the puffy mix. And then it also has pumpkin seeds, which are pepitas, which are a very good source of protein, and they're a very good nut to have. They are minimally consumed. They're in here in the mix, so it's not like I'm having a cup worth of them. Don't go out and have a ton of nuts just because I said that nuts are good. Some nuts are very good for you, but you have to consume them mindfully. So they are in my choice of my granola. So this is a super satiating meal. This is going to get me to satiation, where it's going to keep me satiated until my next meal of the day. All right, foodies, if you have any questions, always drop them off in the comments. Bye. Hope everybody's having a happy day, and you better be joining me for the 4-minute challenge that Ellen and I are doing every day. Don't just watch me in the stories and leave me to doing it by myself. Do it. Rewind and do it. 4 minutes is all I ask. We've been doing it after breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner. 4 minutes. That's it. Bye, foodies.